What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksandGamers.com, and the Los Angeles Lakers are imploding before our very eyes. We've talked about all the drama surrounding LeBron James. Then Russell Westbrook had a problem with the reporter and what he asked the other day, had a confrontation during a press conference. LeBron James, who went for 50 when they snapped that losing streak against the Golden State Warriors, takes the next game off, and of course they lose. 8 games under 500, 9th place in the Western Conference. Pathetic. And now, what Russell Westbrook is doing, he's now turned to playing the victim in one of the softest things I've ever heard in professional sports. This is embarrassing. Russell Westbrook says he can no longer tolerate Westbrick nickname. Well, maybe you should do something about that on the floor to make sure that doesn't happen, Russ. Maybe you should try to shoot for more than 40% from the field. Maybe you should stop turning the ball over so much. Maybe you should do more things to help the Lakers win than to help them lose. That would probably stop that from happening. At least it would stop it from happening so often. But no, this is the most pathetic thing I could possibly imagine happen. Lakers Russell Westbrook, harassment is weighing on family. Time to stop name shaming. And I will say this, any athlete's family that is not putting themselves in the public light, that is not, cheering on or offering advice or commenting on what's going on in the game, yeah, nobody should be harassing them over anything. That really isn't what's going on right here, though. What's happening is that some people close to Russell Westbrook, namely his wife in this case, have a problem with so many people going after and criticizing him for what's going on the floor. This case, it's Skip Bayless. Los Angeles Lakers point guard Russell Westbrook used his post-game press conference following Monday's 117-110 loss to the Spurs to address the harassment his family has received this season. He wore a necklace, so this is all like intentional. This dude had seen all the pressure on him after going off on a reporter the other day. Now he had his wife come out and make some statements. They're manufacturing some sort of victimhood for him so he can point to be like, this is awful. I can't believe I'm getting criticized this way. That's what's happening right now. Instead of changing the way he's playing on the floor. He told reporters it's super upsetting that he doesn't even want his kids to attend home games because of the things that they will hear. And this all started, again, with this Skip Bayless tweet. This is from February. As I kept saying, when LeBron pushed the Lakers to trade for Westbrick, he had led the league in turnovers 4 times and finished second in turnovers 4 times. He is who he always was, camouflaged by averaging a triple-double 4 of the last 5 seasons. There's nothing wrong with that assessment from Skip Bayless. I think Skip Bayless is an idiot a lot of the times. And he used Westbrick intentionally, obviously, as an insult to Russell Westbrook and the way that he's been playing. Well, a couple weeks later, again, to manufacture some victimhood for Russell Westbrook, Nina Westbrook says, you've got to stop calling people out of their name. You are very disrespectful and a bully. This is why so many young people think it's okay to exhibit this type of behavior. Social media has become such a heinous place because of people like you. My name is Westbrook. I'm tired you at Skip Bayless calling my husband out of his name. It's extremely childish. That is my name as well as many other people's names. It's a nickname he's given to him because he's bad on the court. The same way we might say LeBrick James. Even if LeBron has averaged 30 that year, if he makes a couple bad shots, take a couple bad attempts, has a couple bad misses, people are going to say, LeBrick. This is part of sports. The people who have a problem with this, you are so fucking weak and pathetic. This is one of the massive things that is wrong in current day with sports right now, is people can't take it. They can't have a league where people actually maybe dislike each other. Everybody's got to be friends. Everybody's got to be bros. Everybody's got to be buddies. Everybody's got to be getting along. Fuck that shit. I don't have any problem with someone going after Russell Westbrook this way. But again, in response, they set this entire thing up. He has his wife go out there to defend him, and then he says this up here in the next press conference while wearing a necklace with all his kids' names on it and stuff. Here we go.
And I kind of sat there in shock, and it hit me like, damn, like I can no longer allow people, for example, Westbrick to me is now shaming, like it's shaming my name. It's my legacy for my kids. It's a name that means more, not just to me, but to my wife, to my mom, my dad, the ones that kind of paved the way for me. And that's just one example. I mean, that kind of hit myself and my wife in a place where it's not great, man. And I think
I can no longer allow people to shame my name that way. Just like we've said so many times, when people get mad on the floor because maybe a team runs a score up or something, stop it on the floor. Play better. This is part of it. This is part of being a professional athlete. This is part of being in the public spotlight, okay? This is what happens, Russell Westbrook. You get criticized. The idea that they're simply calling you Westbrick, let's just be honest, dude. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like they're turning your name into a swear. They're not calling you a pussy. They're not calling you a bitch. Like, it's Westbrick. You're this upset over it that you decide to go full victimhood over it? Yo, I'll say it straight up. I'll go beyond a Westbrick. You're a fucking pussy, dude. That's easy enough to say. I think he's got a couple more things to say.
A lot of times, you know, I let it slide, but it's now time to put a stop to that and put it on notice. Like, there's a difference, and we need to make sure that it's understood. And every time I do hear it now, I will make sure that I address it and make sure that I nip that in the butt.
What a pathetic loser. Russell Westbrook is an absolute pathetic loser. This is what happens. I mean, it's not like Russell Westbrook was the maybe the most stable leader ever, but when you get on a team with LeBron James, this is what happens. Everybody absolutely falls apart. When it's not going well for LeBron, he lets the entire team crumble and fall apart. That is what happens. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers and Russell Westbrick are falling apart right now. And these headlines are just so bitch-made, it's almost unbelievable. Don't call me Westbrick. Don't name shame me. Shut the fuck up. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.